And 5, 4, 3. What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm Kev on stage. She's
that chick angel.
Welcome to another podcast episode. Smash that like button. Smash that notification button. Bangers all 2021. Let us begin. Quickly. Church announcements.
Amen.
Phoenix area.
Oh.
We gonna be up in there Friday and Saturday only.
Saturday only.
Denver area. Friday and Saturday of the next week.
Ooh,
Palm
baby.
Beach and Miami. Y'all showed up.
Thank you,
Okay.
guys.
Y'all pulled up in the midnight hour. God's gonna turn it around.
They gonna buy their tickets.
They came and I said, hey, it was actually packed in there a lot of the nights.
It was.
They was buying tickets day of, at the door.
At the door.
At the door, good old school at the door. So I appreciate y'all. You're back on the list.
Really?
Maybe not every year,
I was about to say,
but you're not off each other. You're not Buffalo. Buffalo, Syracuse is out no matter what.
Birmingham, Alabama is out.
Birmingham, England, Josh.
No, we did Birmingham, Alabama.
No, it was England that we hated, Josh.
The last show of our first tour was definitely in Alabama.
Oh, no, that's the Hoover Dome. Wait, what? No. No, Josh.
Okay, I'm not doing this with you right now.
Where?
I'm not.
Josh.
I remember it because that's when Liz had her speech and we all started crying.
That's Huntsville.
That's Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah.
Huntsville.
Huntsville's back. I love Huntsville.
Anyway,
Palm Beach, Miami, you guys have been redeemed. But it's hard to book a tour if you guys just come day of.
Listen, yeah.
It's hard. If you just come day of, it's like, it might not come that day.
Right. And the benefit, I'm going to say, the only benefit that I saw is that my aunt was able to buy a ticket last minute. My aunt who was in town. But other than that,
yeah.
y'all should have been there.
Yeah. So anyway, let's begin. Drake released Certified Lover Boy last week.
He did.
Okay. Josh has a new album called, what was it called again, Josh, coming out?
I got an exclusive coming out called Certified Latinx Boy.
Certified Latinx Boy, dropping exclusively on Tidal Music.
I'm excited.
The reason we bring this up, now let me just say before I go on, I listened to the album. Well, let me go in order.
You did listen to the album?
I did listen to it.
I did.
Here's this guy, Damon Young. He had these thoughts, and this is what I feel about Drake.
I thought it was very well written.
This guy Damon Young wrote this, and this is what I think about Drake. Now, let me read the whole thing before you get upset. All right. Some thoughts on Certified Lover Boy. I think someone once said that Drake's base audience is niggas not clever enough to write their own IG caption. I think that someone was me 17 minutes ago. Ha, parentheses, I think I have jokes. I think Drake creates aggressively accessible art. I think that seems like an insult, but it ain't. His genius is the mastery of whichever algorithmic process is necessary to create consistent earworms. I think it takes tremendous effort to make success seem so effortless. It seems easy enough that anyone can do it, but anyone can't, just him, so it ain't. I think the accessibility comes at a cost, and I think the flip side of that is disposability. I think rap is inherently political, even when the politics are terrible, parentheses, Kanye. They're still present in the music. I think another way of saying aggressively accessible is apolitical. I think remaining apolitical in 2021 is a choice. I think Drake albums give no indication of what's happening in the world outside of his. Certified Lover Boy could have been dropped with the exact same content in 2012, and nothing was the same could have been dropped today. I think the only way you know what year it is when listening to Drake's album is by who's chosen for the features. I think it's a charitable takeaway from this that is his music is timeless. An uncharitable takeaway is that it's trite. I think it's unfair to expect rappers to create art that feels untrue to them. It's not Drake's fault that the world is burning around him, nor should we expect him to engage with it. I think the low stakes ease and predictability of his art can be escapist balm and an anxiety alleviator, both of which are vital, especially now. It's just frustrating sometimes because it's just that and nothing else. I think that's my fault though, not his. I think he's the world's most lucrative and effective palate cleanser. And I think if you're hungry for something more tactile in his art, now, 13 years in, you deserve to starve. I think that's the most succinct thing about Drake ever. And I don't think it's mean. Drake's ability to create Tootsie Slide, right? Which was I'm going to make a TikTok hit. You know how many artists try to make TikTok hits? And it's like, people are like, are you trying to make a TikTok hit? We reject this. Tootsie Slide just worked. But in 10, 15 years, are you going to be like, let me go back to Tootsie Slide? I can't wait to hit the Tootsie Slide. But if you hear Tootsie Slide 10, 15 years from now, you're going to be like, oh, right foot, left.
But why did it work? Because that song was stupid.
It's because you wanted to do right foot, left, whatever, to slide, da-da-da-da-da. And people made the TikTok dances to it. Every rapper was trying that. TikTok was like, no, we'll take the songs that you don't try to make. We'll take this little piece and make a challenge. Drake is the only one, Josh, to correct me if I'm wrong, only one it seemed like who went to make that on purpose, and it worked, right?
And that was very much just a throwaway for him, too.
Simple. It became the most streamed song on TikTok or whatever at the time. But do you think
it was, this is where I'm a little confused on that point. Do you think it was successful because of Drake's talent, or do you think it was successful because of who Drake is?
No, I think it's his talent. Because people...
So you disagree?
No. It's definitely... It's not necessarily his talent. I think it's his ability or his team's ability to know what the pulse is.
Yes, that's what I said. That's what I said a couple... When he dropped the Bounce song with the Lawrence Hill...
Nice for what?
Nice for what? I felt like he captured the feeling of the summer. Everybody was doing Nice for What. It was perfect, right? I think that's his greatest skill. But to your point, I think it takes some talent to make it look like it's Kardashian-esque in this way. We all scream that Kim has no talent. But I think her talent, like Lil Nas X, is a mastery of understanding people and how to use the internet to market what you want to market, right? Lil Nas X might be the best understander of the internet and shock, and using shock to create interest, right? He put that pregnant stomach on, and Boosie was like, I can't stop talking about you. Talking about everybody. Even Drake's album cover. Everybody made fun of how cheap and easy it looked.
Really mad about it.
And it was the most reduplicated album cover I can think of.
I thought it was funny.
Every Chick-fil-A did it. Not Chick-fil-A. Adobe Photoshop did it. West Virginia made one. Certified Losers Bowl. Everybody was redoing it. I made one of the Billboard. So if you don't know what that is, you're like, what is this? Oh, he's making fun of the Drake album. Oh, this is Drake album's thing? Yeah. Like, I think he doesn't care enough to... he's not going to take the care. Like, Kendrick's album covers are like art almost.
They're art pieces for sure.
They're art pieces. Drake's like, I want to get you talking. He's the only rapper who destroyed another rapper beef with memes. He killed Meek Mill with the slideshow. It was excellent. But I personally don't just ever want to sit and just dive in. Also, as a 38-year-old man, what's Drake, 35?
Is he that old?
Yeah, he's in his 30s.
I don't think Drake's music is aging with him, content-wise.
34.
Okay, 34.
Wow.
To Damon Young's point, content-wise, what he is saying in the lyrics hasn't changed much. No one can disagree with that. Even if you've been listening to Drake his whole career, for the most part, content-wise, it hasn't changed. But that's not unusual with rappers. Most rappers be like, I'm going to rap about this and this. Pusha T been rapping about selling cocaine. Sir, it's been a while. You're not selling cocaine no more. Rick Ross raps about being rich.
Future was talking about doing lean when he wasn't even doing lean anymore.
Wild, by the way.
He openly said it.
But it was just like, what more would they want to hear from me? I want to hear Future be like, I really miss my kids, and I feel like I've made some bad choices, and I want to get back into their life.
He don't miss them though.
I don't want to buy. I don't want to buy these APs for the women's.
Go ahead, Angel.
I don't know. There is credit that I guess Drake is definitely due. And then there are certain things that I feel like, is it him or is it the machine that he now has? Like, I can even say that about Beyonce. She's a woman who is talented and she's a woman who is a visionary, but a lot of her success comes from having a team that also is just as talented and just as visionary to see certain projects become what they need to become.
It's a fantastic point, but I think that's still Drake at the helm, right? When I talked to Kirk Franklin when I was at his studio in Dallas, I asked him, because no shade to gospel artists, most gospel artists are not able to make relevant music 3 or 4 decades in, right? Kirk has made relevant music from when we were kids till we're adults.
Yeah.
And most gospel artists aren't. And I said, Kirk, what is it? What have you done? And he was like, I got young people in here and I listen to them. They be playing, and I'd be like, okay.
And that's the thing. That's why I think it's a mix of both.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Both from what you guys are saying, because he has the ability, or his team has the ability to have their hand on the pulse, but as well as his platform, what he's able to put out will just naturally influence and curate whatever the trend is going to be. Because, like, okay, everybody's listening to this. How do I match up to this, or what can I make that's going to be sounding like XYZ?
Fair. I agree with you, and I agree with you, Angel. I don't discount that. I just want. To me, it implies that he's just sitting there and his team's bringing him stuff and he's like, okay, I'll do this. And he's not part of that process.
No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that you can set a goal, right? But not be the one that completely comes up with the steps to get to that goal.
Agreed.
And so that's what I'm saying. If Drake is like, I want a viral cover.
Yeah.
He might have. Listen, I'm not a Drake fan, so I don't know what's going on in his mind. I just highly doubt he was like, let's just do pregnant emojis.
No, he actually had an artist, I think Damien Thirst, who's actually like a proclaimed artist, like designed that for him, quote unquote. And I'm just like, that's when I was just like, okay, it's definitely twofold.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I totally agree with you, Angel. I don't want to. And also somebody said to you, Kev, to you, obviously to me, when I speak, it is my opinion.
All what we're doing.
If you disagree,
what this podcast is.
Of course, you should.
Right. Y'all are listening to our opinions on topics.
This is what I think.
We are not accredited source by any means.
I'm just telling you what I think.
Lakita Moore Tanksley has any credible thing to say about Drake, who I can probably name 3 songs that he has created. Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Bless your heart on this day. I do think, was it Damon Young? Was that his name?
Damon Young, yeah.
Damon Young. I really feel as though that was just a very concise way to put why I am not a huge Drake fan. Because for me, his music, while he's like says it's timeless, it does not put me in a time. Like when I listen to certain music, I want it to transport me somewhere. And Drake's takes me nowhere most of the time, except for Nice for What. But that's not because of him. It's because he used Lauryn Hill.
Absolutely. But see, that's to the guy's point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to include you.
Go ahead.
We grew up
Come on,
with
Kim.
Lauryn Hill, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to include you.
Okay.
Because I always try to make it seem.
I just want to make it a point. That's all I'm going to do.
Including you. We grew up with Lauryn Hill, and Drake's like, what do I do to get the olds? Let me sample somebody that they love, and what do we do? Oh, care for me.
Yes, that's all I needed.
And but to his credit, if he can't get him with the other stuff he's talking about, but he knows we like Lauryn Hill or whoever, and he samples that. Lissa, she not really ever checking for Drake, but when she heard that, she was like, oh, okay.
That and what's the name that starts off the track? Down in New Orleans.
Big Frida?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, that song
those
was
2 voices, that's all I needed.
Well, that influence was New Orleans Bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And Drake, if he don't do nothing else, somebody said Drake's first pop was, I am from Houston. His whole music was Houston. Then he was like, I'm Jamaican now. And then he was doing that. I'm from the UK. We're going to do a grime thing for a little bit. And I'll even be doing UK slang and stuff. Okay, now I'm back to being from Toronto. Like, whatever it needs to be. And this, I told Josh this before. If you pop.
We got a Spanish verse from him with Bad Bunny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did.
Mia.
Yes.
How did you feel as a certified Latino?
I was all in because I'm a Drake fan.
He's
I'm
like,
not a Drake fan.
I mean, obviously you're like, obviously this dude don't speak Spanish, but like, that's not the point.
I'm not a Drake fan, but I think I'm going to make a quick aside here to make this point.
Please.
Tony Valentino, the Wahite gentleman who's part of our team.
Thick Tony.
Thicky. He does not like Marvel films, right? Because he does not like He doesn't like big commercial engines, right?
man.
He hates the soda industry.
Just the idea of a $150 million budget at your leisure.
He hates it.
Oh,
he hates the idea. So it doesn't matter
Okay.
how good the movie is.
I can
You know what he
understand that.
likes? Low budget,
Of course.
found footage horror films, and he will sit through the horror film.
Like
but as a
Paranormal
person,
Activity?
yes.
Oh,
but
my
no,
God.
like more like Blair Witch
I was
Project
gonna say
and
Blair
all
Witch
the
was
spin-offs.
terrible. Yes, go
Right?
ahead.
Awful.
Was the
And when
worst
I
thing.
watched that in high school, I was like, wait a second. I don't know
paid
why
money
I
for
fell
this.
for the marketing. I was like, this is terrible. You can't see what's happening. But Tony likes low budget, people trying to make it films. But also Tony's whole life is low budget trying to make it. So in his art,
Got you.
he
That's
connects with
relatability.
things like that.
I got you.
He hates the movie industry that's capitalism, commercialism. He's like, Marvel's just making big stuff to sell toys and all this and stuff. And I'm like, but also, that's true. But in the midst there, they made some good movies. Not everyone, but
Shang-Chi?
He doesn't like it off of principle, not off of
principle.
Yeah.
But that's how people choose their music as well. Like you just said, I like my music to take me somewhere. I like music that tells me a story. That's why I like Good Kid, Mad City. That is a album that is telling you about Kendrick Lamar as a affiliated person who's not in a gang, but he's not aware of it. He's gang adjacent.
But that's not principle. That's saying you want your music to have an intrinsic value to you.
Well, not necessarily. Here's what I'm saying. You could like club music, right? Right? I love Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. But if I went to the club, I don't necessarily want to hear that at the club. If I'm having a barbecue, I'm not going to play Good Kid, Mad City. Great. Drake, great barbecue music, great going to the club music. You know what I'm saying? Like To Pimp a Butterfly. It's hip hop, avant-garde jazz album. Great. But you don't want to be like, y'all want to come over to the house? We finna throw some grill. Let's listen to The Pimp a Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? It's not that.
See, I think you think I'm saying when I don't like his music, it's in certain settings. It's in all settings that I don't want to hear it. That is what I mean.
So let me understand one thing. So you say you want your music to take you somewhere.
Yes.
You also say and this is not shade, this is just clarify. You love Waka Flocka. Where does Waka take you?
He takes me to my youth when my back was sturdy, when my skin my skin is still popping, but like when my skin was popping even more. No, Waka Flocka.
In his music, he takes you.
Waka Flocka takes me to the trap.
Is that nostalgia though?
Some of it is nostalgia and some of it is fantasism. Like I'm like, oh, I'm a trap queen. Let's go. A drug dealing music. Let's do this. Where's my drugs so I can sell them? That is where I be at.
So Drake doesn't make, I guess you're not a man, but he doesn't make you feel like a ladies' woman?
No, he doesn't make me feel anything other than why am I listening to this?
But Waka takes you to a place.
Gosh.
Waka's the one. Now Drake, no, but Waka.
Grocery. What, Flocka, I got a whole lot of money. Bees counting from me. Bottles keep popping. That's why these bad hoes drop it. It's a party. That's what he's saying. I'm there. I'm at the party. I'm on the lean. You know what I'm saying?
You're on the lean.
On the lean. Okay. You used to call me on my cell phone. That one had a little cute thing to it.
Hotline Bling?
That's what I
you
said.
black? You used to call me by myself. A black
Late
folks
night
will
when
make
you
that
need
song
my
the
love.
first love.
I know when that hotline blink. I was like, you take me there. Now I remember.
I went to Krispy
That can
Kreme when
only
he made
mean
that.
one thing.
Yeah.
Hotline bling. That means I need to put on my shoes and walk over and get something. You know what I'm saying? Get something from you. And I'm gonna put on my Rothy's because they're the most comfortable
right.
shoe you could ever get. You feel me?
I feel you.
I actually have 2 pair of Rothy's, but this is not about me. It's about the fact that Rothy's now has men's shoes.
They got men down at the Rothy's?
They got men's
It's
sneakers.
our time, Joshy.
Men's driving loafers. We were just talking about Kev's feet being terrible, and that's because he's over here trying to get all these little cute little kicks off of the goat, spending all this money. He needs to be over here on Rothy's
I
getting
need to get my act
affordable,
together and get some Rothy's.
sustainable, and washable design shoes with innovative craftsmanship. Okay.
Yeah.
I know y'all have probably only heard a lot of women talk about Rothy's because they have the women's shoes and bags down pat. But like I said, they now have men's shoes. There's something, listen, When it comes to being a man, right, the shoe industry can be very difficult. You feel like you either got to buy these really high-priced sneakers that were made by somebody halfway done with a zip tie on it, or you in hard bottoms, Stacey Adams. There's an in-between, and it's Rothy's. They have really dope designs that go with your wardrobe seamlessly, and also there's no like wear in time. You know how when you buy a new shoe, it's kind of snug at first, and you got to wear it a couple of times for it to kind of really form to your foot.
I know exactly what you're saying.
You ain't got that time period at all with Rothy's. They fit to your foot immediately. If you hate your favorite white sneakers or like colored shoes getting dirty, Rothy's men's shoes are for you. Their innovative washable construction means your shoes look like new with every wash. You literally just pull out the insole, throw the insole in the shoe into the washer and wash it. And
that's all you got to do, Angel?
That's all you got to do.
I could do that.
You could.
That's so easy a caveman can do it.
Easy as 1 shoe 3.
What? I love it, Josh. So you ain't never got to have dirty or stinky shoes because you can wash them. No wonder Rothy's is the best-selling men's shoe. The driving loafer in navy gives a 5-star review, or gets a 5-star review from almost every customer. Forbes calls Rothy's men's shoes a travel must-have. Y'all.
Forbes said it?
Forbes said it. Rothy's shoes are so comfortable. I actually almost wore them today, but they were too high in my closet to grab.
Such a specific reason.
It was. I was like,
I'm small.
I can't get to it. There was a little cheetah print. I was going to mix my animal prints today, but that's all right. So this is what we want you to do. Upgrade your shoe game with the new men's options from Rothy's. Head to rothys.com/SK to discover what the hype is all about. That's ROTHYS.com/SK. So yeah, for me, most of Drake's songs do not have an intrinsic or extrinsic value to me. So that is the reason why I don't prefer it. It's not all of his songs, but most of it does. I, however, won't go as far to say that Drake is not talented. I just know his music does not reach me. And
that's okay as well. I think as an artist, Drake has, to me, he might be the most pop rapper ever. He is, somebody called him Taylor Swift in here as an insult, and they've been in both ways. But mass appeal is not universal appeal.
Right.
And I think Drake has mass appeal. And to be clear, I get it. I get what Drake does. He's very talented. He sings, he raps, he does all that. I personally just don't sit with his albums like that. But when I hear songs, I like them. The reason this episode is titled "This Drake and Kanye Beef is the Worst" is for this. Andre 3000 had a leak. Actually, let me be clear.
Yeah, man.
Drake
come out?
leaked a song with Kanye West and Andre 3000
The leak
called
was tasteful too.
Was this tasteful or tasteful?
Tasteful. The way he leaked it was tasteful.
Please
How did he leak it,
explain.
Josh? Explain it to the people.
Drake has a channel on XM radio, Sirius XM, called Sound 42. And usually around rollouts, he'll do like a mix, like a curated mix. So I think this was Saturday, right? Friday night or Saturday night.
Friday.
I think it was the day after, 2 days after his album released. He normally doesn't post it, but he posted a story with a swipe up like, I curated tonight's Sound 42 mix. And I actually started listening to it when we were still at the club, but we started walking over, and I missed most of it.
Got it.
During that time is when a track was released in there that was the Kanye West Life of the Party featuring Andre 3000, and Twitter went bananas.
Now, we cannot post this here because it is being taken down everywhere. However, if you're in our Patreon, there might be a link there that has it for just a little time, okay? We were sharing it in our group chats, but if you didn't listen to it immediately, the link would be gone.
Anthony Anderson posted, if it's still up, you can go to his Instagram.
Take a look.
That's where I heard it. And let me tell you,
if you're on our Patreon, you will have had the added value that we shared. That was,
and it might be gone by the time this is for the general.
It could be gone by the time GP sees it. But anyway, If you haven't seen it, you could probably look it up and you'll find a link somewhere.
Yeah.
It just might not be there the second time you look.
Yeah.
Here's why I'm upset with Drake and Kanye. Andre 3000's verse on this song.
Oh, Jesus.
First of all, he might be one of the best examples of you don't hear from him a lot, but when you hear from him, you are sure glad you did.
No, you are listening.
That verse was heartfelt.
I was literally almost in tears.
I was like,
He will take you a place, any place he wants you to go to.
you talk about intrinsic value.
That yes.
He is
Yes.
talking to Kanye's deceased mother and asking her to talk to his deceased mother.
It's so
If you see my mama, can you whisper something? I mean, just. Somebody once said, rappers are just eloquent poets. That could have been Def Poetry Jam, no music, nothing but a spotlight. If he recited that, I probably would cry.
It was the Bard. It was iambic pentameter.
The
Was
Bard?
yes.
Shakespearean?
It was Shakespearean. Do not play. Not to put down Def Comedy Jam, Poetry Jam. This was just so beautifully crafted. The way he laid his voice on top of the track. So just the musicality of it as well is just like, I mean, that was one thing that always made Outkast just amazing, is just how they decided to set on top of a track.
Yes.
So, but then adding the words and then just the like, you like feeling what he felt for his mother and feeling the loss that he still has, even though it's years from when his mother passed, is just like, not everybody can do that, obviously. And that is the reason why there's a lot of rappers now that I don't enjoy. But it is sad that song was tainted.
I mean, just sullied.
And it didn't add anything to the song. It'd be different. Listen, if I felt as though that like the diss that Kanye did was so like, whoa, I'd be like, okay, you should have picked a different song. But you know, listen, he went in. It didn't even feel like that dope of a disc. Like,
then
to me.
Kanye came in and basically did what he did on Father Stretch My Hands. You had something beautiful, and then he came and talked about a bleached butthole.
What's crazy is he might have. And that might have been how that song was originally presented to Andre.
What do you mean?
Like the idea of the song, he pitched Andre the idea of the song.
Oh, yeah.
And he
Because
probably
Andre said he
laid the
wrote
beginning
to
of
that.
his verse. He probably laid the beginning of his verse and only sent that version to Andre.
Yes.
There's no way Andre's hopping on that track with everything else.
And that's what he said. That was not what he received.
So this
was
is
not that.
This is what. So this was left off, obviously, and Andre had this to say about it, and I quote: "The track I received and wrote to didn't have the diss verse on it, and we were hoping to make a more focused offering for the Donda album, but I guess things happened like they're supposed to. It's unfortunate that it was released in this way, and two artists that I love are going back and forth. I wanted to be on Certified Lover Boy too. I just want to work with people who had inspired me. Hopefully I can work with Kendrick on his album. I'd love to work with Lil Baby, Tyler, and Jay-Z. I respect them all." Okay. He also said, this is kind of out of order: "A few weeks ago, Kanye reached out about me being a part of the Donda album. I was inspired by his idea to make a musical tribute to his mom. It felt appropriate me to support the Donda concept by referencing my own mother, who passed away in 2013. We both share that loss. I thought it was a beautiful choice to make a clean album, but unfortunately, I didn't know that was a plan before I wrote and recorded my verse. It was clear to me that an edited, clean format of the verse would not work without having the raw original also available. So sadly, I had to be omitted from the original album release." I hadn't listened to Donda at all.
Neither have
I just was like, I just didn't care. Honestly, I just didn't care.
Right.
I just really didn't care enough. I just didn't care. But this song, everybody was talking about this Andre verse.
Yeah.
And it was shared in our Real Comedians chat. And I was like, this is what I love most about rap. Take me somewhere on a journey, on a story.
Take you somewhere.
Take me there. I gotta go there.
Oh.
I mean, and I was like,
Take me to that great
and honestly, Big Boy had released just a verse of him driving just for fun, it seemed like, over the weekend. He is still rapping good rapidy raps. But Andre, Flute Andre, you know, people have been seeing Andre 3000 walking around playing the flute. Flute Andre is, I love your, you know, iambic pentameter reference. He is operating at a different level than most rappers can. The reason I say this beef is the worst, Drake leaking the song and Kanye rapping a diss over that, like hearing that and you still say, let me go at Drake still. Now you've wasted such a great piece of art over a beef that is just like, it's like you know what Drake and Kanye's beef is? When we were little and kids would be about to get in a fight and they would be like, hit me first, because my mama said I can't hit you first. And they would just be like,
yeah, punching each other's chest. Yes.
That's what Drake and Kanye have been doing. Just hit me.
Yeah.
No, you hit me. Hit me first and I'll beat you up. My mom said I can get in fights, but only if I defend myself. Well, you won't hit me for 3 years.
Yes.
Just sock somebody.
It's
just go ahead and fight or go home. But this beef, wasting this verse, you doggone wasted. I don't want to have to go around and click on leaks. I want to have this in my phone, and I want to stop it after Andre's verse and start it over. Okay. Now I've had to screen record it and save it as a video.
I'll make you an edit.
And you're frustrating me with your little half beef. If you're gonna fight, just fight. Don't. Well, I was gonna release my thing, but then Jay Prince said I couldn't, and y'all don't even know what I was gonna say to Kanye and Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna get him back. Just fight or don't.
And no, it really feels like more like, teacher, he hit me.
Yes.
Teacher. It feels like it, and it feels like they want us as listeners to like take a side in a very like loud, boisterous way. The way like when Jay-Z and Nas were beefing, to have like a real like.
But at least they both released their songs.
At least they both actually took the blows. They took the they threw the punches and they took the blows.
Ice Cube, no Vaseline. Say it with your whole chest.
Say it with your whole
not sneak dissing,
chest.
not leaking. Say it.
I really, it is sad. And actually, I didn't mind the beginning of Kanye's verse.
Right.
I didn't mind it. I was actually going with him.
That's even more frustrating.
Yes,
because he was. You know, I said some things I shouldn't have said.
He drew me in. I was like, yes, because I recall the Kanye. Now Kanye, I actually was a fan of. Drake, I've never been a fan of. That's the reason why I'm like, there's only so much I can say because I don't know his music.
Yeah.
But Kanye, those first 3 albums that were like actual commercial successes, because I don't know if he had anything prior to that, mixtapes or whatever, I actually was a fan of. So like seeing his mother with him on the red carpet and seeing that he actually had a relationship with her, it's like, oh, beautiful. You're actually doing something for her. So this is actually a song, even though my I guess I don't want to call myself a fan, but I don't really listen to Kanye now just because, like I said, I feel like his mental health is all over the place and I just don't want to participate in the circus that he's creating.
I get that.
But this is something that I would be like, yes, let me hear your tribute to your mother. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I was there all the way when he was talking about the people making fun of his mama making fish sticks. I even like the part where he told them to kiss his D-I-C-K. I was like, yes, don't make it fun. And then right after that, he took a left turn, and I was like, why are we on this street?
Where I be, you better. When I say WYD, you better answer. Better be. I'm writing. Just why, man? And then the DMX at the end was also good.
Oh yeah, I'm here, baby. Daddy's here. Daddy's here, baby. It's okay.
Even that was like, take Andre's whole verse. Mm-hmm. Take the part about Kanye's verse without the Drake disses, and then DMX and make it an interlude.
Song. When he called his mother his best ghostwriter, like those, like I was still on the journey.
Oh my God, Ghost. I didn't even get the double entendre until you just said it.
It was just like, I was like, oh, like I'm telling you, I was in the vehicle, eyes watering up. Because you got two men, you know, I'm a mother of sons. You got two men singing about their mother.
Yes.
And I was just like, oh my God, I just hope my sons love me as much as it sounds like they love their mother in this song. And then he was just on some old stupid.
And now he's GD.
Stuff.
When?
God's disciple.
Is that what he's saying?
No, but that's what Twitter's saying.
Kanye is now GD.
Freddie Gibbs called him GD Jakes.
Ah!
By the way, totally unrelated. Somebody called Terry Crews Jim Crow. GYM.
I saw that.
Crow.
I was like, it's not spelled like that. So I just like that.
That's so funny. What is it called when you like if you're a celebrity and then the sororities and fraternities be like, you could be with us? What's that called?
Honorary.
Like I've heard apparently Chris Brown and you could like pay and they'll be like, you could be with us, but you got to pay dues to be a blood. Is that how Kanye became GD? Because he was saying that's on GD. It's like, sir, that's
I don't get involved in those conversations.
your whole backpack rap was like, I'm not that guy. I wear polos and backpacks.
This
like,
is mental health. You guys, you're asking questions about someone who does not have their mental health under control.
Yeah, man, this dude's been. I mean.
He
he's
does
been
it. If
struggling
that
for
is
a
why
long
I'm
time.
like, I don't want to be a part of this circus. Granted, he's a grown man, so he can choose to address his mental health or not. He can choose to use it for his artistry, but I don't want to be a part of it. So while some of y'all say hello, I say goodbye. But I do say hello to HelloFresh because when I tell you they giving us these meals, honey. Listen, Angel's pulling it all the way together. Today, I did not get no messy food. I was like, I got my little hot tea. I ain't even got no refresher because I'm trying to snatch it together by Christmas. And one of those ways I'm going to snatch it together is with HelloFresh because y'all already know when you cook at home, you're cooking better for yourself and you're cooking better for your family. And HelloFresh is like, hey, we can help you with that, sis, with great farm to table types of food that are seasonal recipes. You understand? These are chef inspired. Taste is good and it is affordable. It is America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from every week. From vegetarian meals, calorie smart choices, Angel's gonna be on that, okay, to extra special gourmet options. There's something for everyone to enjoy, with recipes designed and tested by professional chefs and nutritional experts to ensure deliciousness and simplicity. The fall harvest is officially on with HelloFresh, okay?
HelloFresh.
Count on seasonal recipes like pumpkin cinnamon rolls and Friendsgiving ready sides, as well as fresh, high-quality ingredients that travel from the farm to your front door in less than a week. Okay, so y'all know, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm going to let y'all know. Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh.
Oh, yeah.
With a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everyone. I love switching back and forth between brands, and now our listeners can enjoy both brands at a discount on us. So this is what we want you to do. Go to HelloFresh.com/14SK
14SK.
and use code 14SK
14SK.
for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. Again, go to HelloFresh.com/14SK
14SK.
and use code 14SK for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. America's number one, America's #1 meal kit. Now listen, draws. That's what we about to talk about.
Hey,
What you putting on your booty today? I'm gonna tell you what. Let me tell you, I traveled in these because they were so nice, and I had on a little skirt, so I had to put on some draws. And what I put on was MeUndies. MeUndies is so freaking comfortable. They are comfortable, Kevin.
The way you said, I traveled in these.
I did.
I put on MeUndies.
I did. My husband even think I had on drawers because they were so soft. He was like, "You got on anything of this?" I said, "I do. I got on my MeUndies, baby." But MeUndies is all about comfort and what's touching your skin. It should feel comfortable. That's why MeUndies not only uses sustainable, breathable, soft as heck fabric, but they also give you endless styles to choose from, and it's totally comfortable inside and out. Now that is the truth. Let me tell you. So my travel underwear was some MeUndies, and they were amazing because ain't nothing worse than getting a wedgie on the plane. Because how you gonna get it out?
How you gonna get it out?
Everybody, you ain't about to go and get in that little bathroom and try to pick it out. You gonna be stuck in there.
ain't.
No. So that is why when you traveling or just in regular life, you want some comfortable underwear that's gonna caress your body. And also, I have this like onesie, like pajama set. Oh my God. It is like
You like
heaven.
it, Angel?
It's like I'm laying in heaven. It's so soft. Oh, I mean, because I got soft skin. So I like soft things being on my skin. And it is just like, ooh, baby. It's so nice. So never leave your couch again with a MeUndies membership, a monthly subscription that sends new pairs right to your door every month. You'll choose from new undies, socks, or bralettes. Ooh, I did. The socks are soft too. They ain't lying. The socks are real soft. Pick the style, color, or print that feels the most you. Fun, right? Plus, enjoy discounted pricing, free shipping, and exclusive early access to new launches. Let me tell y'all, I'm going to go back to this. Because some of y'all got draws that y'all don't have for too long. Them draws has been waiting to be put down.
Toss them out.
They've been waiting to go into the trash can. You holding on to them. Don't do it to your booty. Your booty needs nice things on it. Your breast needs nice things on it. Your skin needs it. Okay, love your butt and get the MeUndies. Get the MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchaser, get 15% off and free shipping. MeUndies also has their problem-free philosophy. If you're not satisfied with any product for any reason, they'll refund or exchange it. No caveats, no questions.
Even dirty draws?
Listen, they said if you put it on your booty and you like, you can get, listen, they gonna give you back your money, okay? Okay, but you gonna love it. You gonna be like, Okay, so to get your 15% off your first order and free shipping, go to MeUndies.com/SK.
SK.
That is MeUndies.com/SK.
SK.
Oh, nice, gentlemen. I
wasn't
like
bad.
that. SK. All right.
All right. All in all, enjoy the Andre verse. Drake and Kanye, either be fully with your whole chest or hush. I'm sick of it. Moving on. Quickly, a quick aside.
Can we do one last music news real quick? Ari Lennox is dropping a single on Friday. I just want to shout that out. It's called Pressure.
Big friend of the pod.
Ari Lennox.
I love Ari Lennox.
It's got a little...
Ari Lennox, I do believe, could have a career as a comedic actress.
Is she
I think
funny?
she is hilarious.
She is.
Oh, I didn't know this.
I think she has Regina Hall-esque potential.
What has she been in that makes you say that?
I just her little interlude in Jasmine Sullivan's album and all her lives, she just she's naturally very funny.
She's very funny.
I think with some guidance and coaching, I think she could be a good actress. I really do.
Well,
And,
that's
a lot of musical artists make pretty decent actors. Not all of them, but a couple.
Some of them
Mos
do.
Def is a fantastic actor. Love Mos Def, actually. He's one of my favorite rappers turned actors.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Who's a good rapper turned actor?
Who are your favorites?
Mos Def is probably, to me, the most. He has the most ability to disappear into a role I've seen of anybody else. From Brown Sugar, how funny he was in Brown Sugar, to he was in a season of Dexter where he played a whole different character. I think he was in The Italian Job, if I'm not mistaken. No?
I can't remember. Don't get me to
yeah.
line, Kevin.
Yeah, he's really.
You said Mos Def? You talking
Mos
about?
Def.
Okay.
Yeah, or I think his name is Yassine Bey now.
That's so pretty.
Method Man is really good. I like Method Man in The Wire. He's fantastic. Will Smith, come on, guys.
Friend of the pod.
He would be the best of them all, right?
Yes. Not just because I met him. Queen Latifah, solid. I like Queen Latifah. Now, I didn't buy her as riding that bike in Taxi.
That was me doing her stunt work. So many people believe that comment.
Really?
Yes. They were like, oh, come on, black stunt woman. And then a couple people were like, God dang it. I just saw who put it. It's your dumb butt. You should have known so when I said I sprained my thigh muscle.
Tupac's really good. Jamie Foxx was
might be
first
one of
a musical artist before he was before he made it as a comedian he was introduced to us as a comedian, so I don't
Yeah.
really count him. But he might be one of the most talented people just ever. Jamie Foxx, enough.
He is extremely
Enough.
talented.
You
He really
should
is.
not be able to do stand-up comedy that well, dramatic acting like you did in Ray, and be able to sing and play the piano.
Yeah, he's
God,
ridiculous. He's
give
ridiculous.
us some stuff.
He's like, nope, I'll take them all. So who are your least favorite?
Why would you do that? While I think about that, tell me your favorites, and I'll tell you my least favorite.
Definitely, I would put Mos Def up there. You are right about that. Ooh, this is hard. I think you named off a lot of the people that Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill's great.
Ice-T.
Listen, Ice-T, he knows what lane he gonna be in, and he's sit in that lane all day.
Some of the memes about that, where his character, where they do on TikTok, dog.
He
He's
just
so aggressive. with
always.
everything
He
says.
had one of the most bogus lines in movie history, though. In New Jack City, when he wanted to shoot Wesley Snipes, he was like, I want to shoot you so bad, my meat's hard. I was like, yo.
Sir.
Even as a kid, I was
Sir.
like, whoa. Whoa.
Somebody said Childish Gambino. See, I know him as an actor first, not a rapper.
Oh, you know him as Donald.
Yes, I know him as Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Yes.
His stand-up, he has a good stand-up special.
He is.
I feel, who is he?
I don't know.
Everything-
Man.
Who is he for, like, at home right now?
Let
Is
me
he
tell you.
is he the guy from
Atlanta came
stand-up?
out 5 years ago.
Yes.
What is, are you
Yeah.
Doctor Strange with the time zone? Has it really been 5 years?
Yeah. That makes sense. You know what, as much as I'd be like, on Childish Gambino, I also secretly am like, you are so dope. Like, I'm not like a fan of his singing voice. Like, I'm not like, sing to me
I get
more.
it. But his voice matches the music he makes.
And I can tell he's making whatever the heck he wants
He
to make.
does. By the way, a quick aside, the Atlanta episode where he was in jail and the sexuality is a spectrum scene, there was a transgender woman, I believe. She was in jail with men, and the dude wasn't aware. That scene was comedic gold. It was, he walked the line and he's like, sexuality is a spectrum. Just very funny. I want to go back to him real quick. I want to hang out with him and see who he is as a person.
He's probably
Because
weird.
the person, not the actor on Community.
Right.
I get you playing a role. His stand-up is usually close to who you are. His stand-up, who he was as Donald Glover with no facial hair, and the bearded 70s soul singer now, are you one of those two? Are you somewhere in the middle? Like, he's like a true enigma.
I
I'm
love
very
that,
curious of,
I do love it.
it's very interesting to me.
I love somebody who's that free to be like, I'm going to do whatever I want to.
We could
Yes.
talk about
Artistically.
some of the cats from Top Boy.
Oh, Dave?
Yeah,
Santan Dave?
man.
Who the what?
Santan Dave, he's a British rapper.
What's Top Boy?
Oh, Top Boy, bruv. Isn't it? We're selling foods in the field, fam. It's a drug show about
Okay, I was like,
British-
I'm still lost.
drug dealers.
That's right up Angel's Alley.
There's a lot of rappers in
Oh, I
there.
would love that.
Oh, big
Little
drugs
Sims
in it, bro.
dropped a
can't
great
wait.
album. You like
Wait, where is it on?
music is
Apple
gonna
Music?
take
On
you somewhere?
Netflix, bro.
gonna
Isn't
watch
it?
You like storytelling and music is gonna take you somewhere? Little Sims.
Little Sim?
Oh, Lil Sims has a new tiny desk. Joshua sent it to me. It
And a
is
new
great.
album.
I'm gonna look
Shouts
it up.
out my boy, the Mandem Happy Music.
I'm gonna look
He's
it
got a
up.
new single called Best Friends. The Mandem from across the pond. Anyway,
Mandem.
Top Boy is great. Dave is a rapper. He plays an amazing
I think
drug dealer.
Kano is one of the artists in there too. I forget how to pronounce his name.
Was Little Sims in Top Boy?
Yes.
She was she
Little
Trish?
sister.
Yeah, she was the guy's little sister.
Kano.
I didn't get to go to London this year.
But
or last year.
Angel, the newest seasons of Top Boy is produced by Drake. Just throwing that disclaimer out there.
Oh, I mean, I don't hate him.
Snoop is
And
Snoop
Future
is
the
a pretty
Prince.
solid
Yes, Future
actor.
the Prince.
I mean, he played himself.
Yeah, Baby Boy. The Baby Boy was like Doggy Style Snoop, right? He was in one movie. What was that movie? Eddie Murphy, Dolomite. He played the DJ in that.
What about 50 Cent?
50 Cent's not a bad actor.
I mean, but
50 Cent is a terrible person, though.
No,
yes, but like I'm trying to
He's
think
a
of
terrible person.
besides they say it was a big rich town. What other thing was he in?
He was in that movie about the cancer thing. I didn't see it though.
I didn't either.
Do you like T.I. as a rapper, as an actor?
As an actor, he's okay. Like, there's a lot of, well, he was great in ATL, first of all. I will say that.
In my daddy house.
He was great. I do believe there are certain rappers that when they get the roles that are closer to their personality, they do such a great job. But if you ask them to stretch past that, they have a hard time. Everybody's always got to play their machismo to their most.
Yes,
and that's when I get turned off. And I'm just like, that character does not require that much.
You know, okay, if we extend it to singers as well, you know who was so good I didn't almost even recognize her? Mariah Carey in Precious as the counselor.
Oh, yeah, great.
I was like, dog, I didn't even realize that was Mariah Carey.
Yeah, no, she was great.
When I was watching the movie at first.
Jennifer Lopez.
No, I don't mind Jennifer. I don't.
Her.
You didn't like her in Selena?
I loved her in Selena. I loved her in more in Enough.
But why you
shading J-Lo, man?
Just, I love her.
She can sing. Can't say it.
She's so great.
Oh, you so mean.
So great.
You so terrible.
She is.
It sounds hurt. You sound like you're hurting.
So good.
Oh,
So good.
I thought. Okay, I'm looking at a list. I thought ASAP Rocky was good in that one movie.
Dope.
Yeah, I thought he was good in
Mary
Dope.
J. Blige, somebody said in the comments, she's fantastic. In Mudbound, she was great.
I did not see Mudbound, but I did not enjoy her in, what was that movie about the superheroes jumping through time? It's not a movie. It's a series on Netflix.
The Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy. I was like, no.
Why'd you respect?
The monkey started talking.
I didn't see it. I saw the trailer for Umbrella Academy, and I was like,
I didn't. You know, the only thing about Mary J. Blige, I feel like they always give her the stoned face, very stoic woman. I would love to see her in something not that.
You know what I loved her in? Crispy chicken, fresh lettuce, 3 cheeses, ranch dressing, wrapped up in a tasty flour tortilla. That was amazing.
Wrapped up in a flour tortilla. You got, but we're too loud. Wrapped up in a. That's what she was. Flour tortilla. She was so far.
Janelle Monáe is fantastic.
Oh, she's good.
Beyonce.
Oh, my friend. Symbol. It's time for you to take your rightful place.
I couldn't do it.
Ladies, lionesses, get in formation. This is our land. I love me some Beyonce.
Please. Please.
I love her.
I did not see The Lion King.
I did.
Because of that. I saw that trailer and I was like, girl.
Said all, my friend.
Austin Powers. They had been on a run.
Foxy Cleopatra, and I'm a whole lot woman.
You're ruining it. This is
She had the hair too. That was just.
Oh!
And I love her. And I will watch her in every crappy thing that she might do.
Oh, it was, I wanted to rip my skin
She
off.
must have got a bag because she was doing the ad-libs for Goldmember. He's Goldmember.
He's Goldmember.
Carmen the Hip Hopper, I wanted
My favorite.
I wanted to poke my eyes out with a hot fire poker.
You slept with my husband? What was that movie where she...
Obsessed?
Yes.
Come on, get away from me. What was the fight scene in Obsessed?
Oh.
This what you want? Yeah. Get away from me. Why are you talking like this? Yeah, that's what you want. Get away from me. I wanted a white woman to get Idris. Let the white woman win.
It was, I'm going to tell you.
But I really enjoyed her in Cadillac Records.
She did a phenomenal job. She really tried to transport herself as much as she could into Etta James. Dreamgirls wasn't
Liked her in Dreamgirls too.
Yeah, it wasn't there were moments where I was just like, ooh, I wish she could have like went to another place. But I was still like, listen, this is a musical and you sing them notes, girl. Okay?
I liked her in both. Acting wise, I really enjoyed her in Cadillac Records. Dreamgirls, I think she did her thing. Jennifer Hudson is She was really good in that movie. Common. You like Jennifer Hudson, an actor or a singer?
Where we going? I didn't know. No, I think she sang her face off, which was what she was paid to do. That's what I feel. I feel like the beautiful editors really made that a performance for her. That's what I believe. I believe a lot of.
Did she win an Oscar for that?
Yes, she did. And I feel like the editors should have as well.
Really?
I do.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
If you know the path of Effie White in that, there was so much more. That was Effie White.
More than an Oscar, Angel?
No.
Because Effie, we all got pain.
Listen, no, I'm saying that role of Effie deserved the way they did Effie, being the heavyset woman, being kicked out, being the voice, that deserved some Viola Davis snot and tears. You feel me? That type of pain. And while Jennifer Hudson can do a lot with her voice, singing wise, acting wise, I don't think she was able at that time to get to that level of like, if you know the story of Effie, you're expecting.
I don't know the story of Effie.
Yeah.
I only know Dreamgirls from the movie.
So that's all. Like singing wise, I ain't never, even though I prefer not to see Jennifer live. Singing wise, I would never say that Jennifer ain't got pipes. But acting wise in that movie, first of all, she should have been nominated in the correct category, which was lead actress and not supporting. Was
that one of the try to get her ones?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because who's the lead if she ain't?
Exactly.
How does that work? Is it ensemble? Could anybody in that movie been lead? Jamie?
Well, that would have been a man. Lead female. She was the leading female of that movie.
That's what I don't understand. I don't understand that.
They stacked it so
she had a better chance of winning.
Yes.
See, I didn't know that was even a part of the game until the Chadwick and
right.
And I'm sorry, Lakeith and Daniel were both nominated.
Right.
I was like, well, one of them
has to be the lead. It's stacking it. I haven't seen Respect, and I'm excited to see Respect.
That's what I was going to ask you too.
I'm excited to see it. She's older. More things have happened in life. Sometimes it's harder to be able to get to that place. I did when I was younger. I did For Color Girls.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's an amazing play.
It is an amazing play, a very hard one to do. Ooh. And it's also harder to do when you don't have life experience. So the things that you pull from might not be the place where that best suits the character. And so I would say Jennifer at that time, being Effie, possibly did not have all the tools to give the performance what it needed. So she might now for Aretha. So that's the only reason why I'm excited to see it.
That's an interesting thing. Are you Uta Hagen Stanislavski trained like that? Substitution?
I do all of those. I do any method that helps in the moment. But I've learned all of those.
Do you do method acting?
I do that sometimes too. Really? Whatever it takes.
I think to your point, substitution might be, and this might be why some actors are better as they age.
Yes.
Because they have more life to have pulled from than when you're young and you just don't have much. Same thing with stand-up comedy. I remember when I used to be working at All Def, they used to be like, get younger comedians. Why aren't they funny? I'm like, because it takes time.
It takes time.
It takes time to develop your act and your voice, your point of view. And a lot of times you're rarely that clear about a lot of those at 19. Now, there are some people who are outliers.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle was really good early. Eddie Murphy was really good early. But most people, when we see them at their peak, they're usually mid-30s.
It is. And this is the thing. For instance, not to use our friend's tragedy, we expect if we were to play a person who, if we were in a movie and the person lost their child, we would have in our mind how we would play it. Just hysterical all the time.
Yes.
Just, We're watching a friend dealing with the death of their child, and that's not how we're seeing him.
No.
You see how that kind of informs, like, a lot of times when we only have a perception of how we would deal with things, we come from it at a very stereotypical, very baseline type of thing.
1,000%.
And there's no levels, there's no color to it, there's no uniqueness to it, and that is what I felt about her performance in Dreamgirls.
Got it.
That's all.
You're such a good you know a lot about. It makes so much more sense why you get booked more and why you. No, seriously, like that's more than just talent. That's training. I think that's why if I were you, I'd be a little more frustrated because people who aren't as talented as I are getting stuff. And
well, that's the business part of it, and that I understand as well.
But that's not, I don't understand.
You're like,
I do understand that, but I'd be like, now I'll burn it all down. Because
now,
a lot of times in most industries, not even just entertainment, sports, there's a lot more that goes into it than skill and talent. There's marketability, there's relationships, there's nepotism, there's box office sales. Will Smith, Denzel, Tony Baker was making this point. He was like, you can say what you want about better actors, but the movie business is about selling tickets.
That's exactly
and
what
most
it
of your
is.
favorite actors cannot open a movie. Will Smith, Denzel, The Rock, you put them on a poster, people gonna be like, there's hardly anything I won't see with Will Smith, Denzel,
or The Rock.
or
Oh
The
my
Rock.
God,
And
I would be all over it.
Acting wise,
Yeah.
Meryl Streep, Viola Davis, hardly anything you could put Viola Davis in that I'd be like, I'm not interested in seeing her do that. If Viola is on the poster, I'm in. She has proven to me that I would have loved to see Viola Davis play, I know she can because it was based on a real person, or was, anyway, what she could have done with Devil Wears Prada.
Ah, yeah.
Because she hasn't got those roles. One of her speeches was like, give me some of these chances.
Yeah.
See what I could do. Because I love Meryl Streep, but one of my favorite roles is her in that. And one of my favorite Will Smith movies is Enemy of the State. I just felt like I bought him as that character more than most characters.
Yeah.
Like in Jamie Foxx, I love him in Ray, but I really liked him in Collateral almost as much. And as Willie Beeman in Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
I was like, you would be this brash quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I think to your point, sometimes the role just fits. Cause like we both like Jeffrey Wright a lot. But there's just very few people who can be amazing at
That
wide range.
Uh-huh.
Most people are like, I'm gonna play a version of myself in most stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just gonna work. Like Tom Hanks, I really enjoy.
He's great.
He's
great.
He's really good at almost everything.
He gets him like Viola. The thing about Viola, she gets to the essence, the essence of a person's struggle, and is able to bring that to the surface like no other. It's like she can find I remember watching Denzel in an interview. I was there personally, and he was talking about doing a play with Viola. He said, first day we rehearsing, this woman, he said, this child of God got up on there and acted circles around us. He was like, well, hold on. Let me my host. But it's like she really does understand the psyche of the people that she's playing, and she taps in. Like very few, it's almost like she's a therapist. It's almost like she works for Talkspace. Yeah. Like she's able to understand and help a person reach their goals, help them figure out their problems, and know that when something is wrong with a person, helping them figure out what that problem is being caused by.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And when you are suppressing emotions and trying to just sweep things underneath the rug, eventually, you know what, that stuff is going to pile up and spill out, and you don't want to get to that point. You want to be able, and even if you do, there's still time to get help. And you can get that help at Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to match with a licensed therapist and schedule live video sessions, all from the comfort of your device. You can start messaging with your therapist the same day you sign up, which is also really great because a lot of times with this traditional therapy, with their schedules, you're waiting a month or so to get in. And a lot of times it takes a lot of people to even agree to seek help outside of their friend circle, outside of their family. So you can sometimes get discouraged when you have to wait that long before you are matched with someone. Well, you don't have to worry about that with Talkspace. Whether you're a parent, a student, a millennial, or just someone having a hard day, Talkspace can provide the support to help you feel better with a single message. Talkspace works around your schedule at your convenience. Send and receive unlimited messages with your dedicated therapist in the app. Thank you. Schedule live video sessions with your licensed therapist from anywhere. Thousands of licensed therapists are available for you to match with. Talkspace therapists are experts in dozens of specialties, including anxiety, depression, relationships, and more, to help you start feeling better. So this is what we want you to do. Start feeling better with a single message. Match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month with the promo code CREW.
Crew.
That's CREW with a K. That's $100 off when you use code CREW at Talkspace.com.
Crew. That's something I know. Speaking of actors,
Please.
unfortunately, we lost one of my personal favorite actors yesterday. Michael Kenneth Williams passed away yesterday abruptly. And I had just saw him Tony Baker was funny about this. I had saw him in the airport and he was checking in right next to me and Melissa. And I stopped him and I was like, sir, I want to tell you, I'm a big fan of your work. I appreciate your work. Everything you've done has been amazing. Everything I've seen has been amazing. And Angel, he was so like deeply grateful. He was like, you can tell when somebody's being kind and I'd be kind.
Wait a minute. I moved my hair
No,
from my...
I saw a twinkle in your eye.
No, you didn't. You saw eyelash falling in my eye. Your own guilt rose up out of your throat. Go ahead.
So a lot of times, especially when I'm in the airport, I'd be, thank you so much. But he was more like deeply impacted that I was impacted, right? Because I had saw Nipsey Hussle in the airport one time and I just gave him black guy nod and he black guy nodded me back. But I didn't stop and say, hey man, I appreciate what you stand for. Marathon continues and all that, hustling and, entrepreneurship. I didn't take that time because I didn't want to bother him. Then he passed away like the next year and I was like, dang, I wish I could have just told him so he would know. Yeah. So ever since Nipsey, I've said, if I ever see somebody, and not just stars, like even comedians, actors, actresses, people comment on their stuff, reach out, tell them you're doing amazing. I'm proud of you, stuff like that. But as an actor, Michael Kenneth Williams was so great.
Yes.
If you didn't want to watch The Wire before, Angel, please.
You're like, watch it now. Baby.
Angel, because his depiction of Omar Little, it is a masterclass. Because Omar is a drug dealer robber in Baltimore that everyone is afraid of. Okay? But he is gay.
Oh, yeah. I know
and
his character.
he loves deeply and passionately. And what is his name in real life? Oh, my gosh. The actor that plays Bunk, he was also in Treme. Oh, my God. He's
Wendell?
Wendell. Listen to his, listen to what he said about Michael Kenneth Williams.
My real life and Omar's fictional life, but I had to, I learned now how to separate the fictional world from my real life. But the line got a little
Wendell
green,
Pierce.
a little green in the early process of that.
Well, he may say that he was green, but Michael has contributed two of the most iconic characters in the history of American television, with Omar and with Chalky White. What we are actually getting to witness in his young career, we're going to see a lot more, is like one of the great American actors giving voice and giving flesh to characters that most people would have never given the same humanity to, of opening a window to a world of men that we pass by or don't know about. It's one of the most innovative portrayals on television in our generation, and it was an honor for me to even share the screen with him. One of the greatest moments I've ever had in my career was the scenes that I did with Michael. He's a very special man, very special artist, and what art is to the community, thoughts are to the individual. It's the place where we reflect on who we are, and he has opened up a window of reflection to people who may pass people on the corner that they would have never given humanity to, that he has made people think twice and give humanity to these men. And that's classic American television history right there, Michael K. Williams.
So he mentioned Chalky White as well. He plays a gangster in what's that show called? Boardwalk Empire. Named Chalky White. Almost all white people in kind of like Meyer Lansky, Nucky Thompson, all this time period. He plays Chalky White amazingly. When we moved to LA, this isn't on YouTube anymore, but he played a preacher in All Right TV that was a comedy in a web series that he was believable in. He was great in Lovecraft Country. He did a tribute to DMX in this past BET Awards. He was a dancer. Like he started as a backup dancer. Did you know that?
No, I know he was. Knew that he was a trained actor. He went to the National Black Theater, which Denzel Washington came out of in New York. So these are people who they come in for your throats when they are acting. They're not playing games with you. And I think because of his rawness and how he was able to portray people, and I think Wendell definitely summarized it well, is the humanity he gives these characters that a lot of people don't. They're like, I am playing the bad guy, so what are the bad things that I am doing? Where he's like, everybody, even people that in our real life that we consider to be jerks or a-holes, in their minds, they are fully rational. They're fully justified. Their plight is actually a holy one in their minds.
Omar is completely justified in robbing drug dealers. And he won't touch citizens. And he had a lot of great lines, but one of my favorite was, man, got to have a code. Because he testified against somebody in court. They're like, you can't snitch. He was like, of course I can. My object is to rob drug dealers and hurt them. I don't care about anything else. Now, citizens, they're not part of the game, right? But he just, as an actor, he was just so great, Angel. And it's so unfortunate that so many black people, entertainers as well, we be dying young. 54 is young.
54 is young. But I'm gonna tell you what don't care about your age is drugs. Drugs do not care if you 54, 85, 22, 13. And it's a shame because this is like, and I don't know if it's been confirmed yet. So I don't want to say it's been confirmed that he died of overdose because all the articles that I've seen is that it is assumed. But that was the second death within a couple of days that I know the circle of people that I was around that came about because of drug usage. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we lost comedian Fu Quan Johnson passed away last week.
Along with two other comedians.
That I don't know. And Kate Quigley is also a comedian that I know. I believe she was last I heard, she was in the hospital as well. So rest in peace to Fu as well. Very talented individual. He did some acting with us at All Deaf. He had just recently been on Tahir and Pat's podcast last week, was just in the soundstage. A pastor I follow was saying that, people were kind of excited to get out of 2020 into 2021. And he was saying that this is going to be a different year, but the same season. And it feels like we haven't got through the rough part of it. The pandemic. Honestly, I was looking at some numbers the other day. And in a lot of places, the number of daily cases is higher this year than it was last year with no vaccine.
COVID?
Of cases, of lack of ICU beds.
Because we outside.
People are outside. There's people unvaccinated. And there's one thing I want to say about unvaccinated people. I think there's a distinction between anti-vax and people who are afraid due to misinformation. And I think I understand fear, and I think people are like, there's a lot of agenda and there's a lot of stuff. And I think that combination of people kind of just being sick of COVID, vaccinated or not, people want to live their life and stuff. And the Delta variant being more transmissible leads to a higher amount of cases. Because I believe the Delta variant, I believe it was last year or early this year, the Delta variant was in India first, and it was was terrible for like 3 or 4 months. And the unfortunate thing about COVID, I believe, is going to happen is it's going to be, honestly, it's moved from a pandemic it's moving into an endemic, meaning that at first we're going to be like, we're going to stop COVID, and nobody's going to have it. That's not going to be the case.
Yeah.
What's going to be the case is you're going to learn to live with COVID like we do with the common cold and the flu. You're going to either take shots or not take shots. People are going to get sick because people, obviously this was a kind of running joke early on. Not a joke, but a running comment of how many people the flu kills. But the flu kills so many people a year, you don't even think about it anymore. Yeah. People just die. And you kind of, natural causes, he was old. But a lot of times it was the flu and then pneumonia and, that 1-2 punch. But COVID is getting people who are much younger and it be doing numbers on them. But back to my original thought about Michael Kenneth Williams, it's a shame, like with him, with Chadwick, like I'd love to see Anthony Hopkins as an actor, the roles he gets at 60, 70, James Earl Jones, like some of their best work is in. Sam Jackson is 70.
I can believe that.
I believe Sam Jackson is 73, I believe.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he's around the same age as my mama.
How old is Sam? 72.
72.
He's going to be 73 this year. Some of Sam Jackson's greatest, his Django thing was 60s. In that M. Night Shyamalan movie he played, the last one, his mom was younger than him. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to see our black artists.
About Mr. Glass?
Mr. Glass. What was the last movie called? Was it Mr. Glass?
No.
The one with Beast, all of them in it?
Yes. I don't remember, but
it was Unbreakable Mr. Split?
Was it Split?
No, Split was the one before
Mr. Glass.
No, Unbreakable, Mr. Glass, and Split were all the individual movies. Was Split the last one?
No, I think Split was before because that was the intro to his. That was the intro to that character.
Was it Glass? Somebody
They're
said
saying
Glass.
Glass.
It was Glass.
Okay.
Glass was the most recent.
Glass. That was it. It was.
Okay.
Oh no, he didn't get an individual movie.
No,
He was in Bruce Willis's
ended
movie.
up
being-
he was
he
in
was-
Invincible.
He ended up
Invincible.
being the main dude in Glass. Though.
That's what it was. It was
Okay,
Glass.
So what I said?
You said Glass? Oh, you said Mr. Glass.
Yeah, I thought. You
Oh.
know me.
Yeah, no, that's what I was
You
confused.
know
His name
me.
was Mr. Glass.
Yeah, but you
Got
know
it.
me.
I do
Come
know
on.
you. I do know you.
Mr. That's the one.
That's
But
the
that's
one I'm
late-
talking about.
Kevin.
Late 60s. He was in that, right? I want to
Morgan
see what
Freeman's what, 80 something?
he might be.
Oh, yeah.
Because in
He's
Morgan,
gotta be mid 80s.
Oh, come on. I wouldn't be surprised if he's 92.
Hey, let's not be disrespectful.
I'm not. I'm just saying. He could be 92.
Morgan Freeman is at least 85.
He got that.
He's 84.
He's already got
just
that
turned- Oh yeah.
blue.
You know that blue old blue eyes.
Blue
When
eyes.
black folks eyes be like, nigga, we blue now.
Ooh, Jesus.
That gloss over?
Oh, yeah. That milky filter.
By the way, this is something interesting, unrelated to anything we're talking about. I posted this video of me yesterday putting on this lotion on JoJo's face. And somebody said, I wonder if that's why black people be looking so young.
We keep our face
because we
moisturized.
moisturize our face. It'd be like somebody said our skin is tucked in.
With Vaseline.
preserved.
That locks in the moisture.
Locks
It's not
in
going-
the
there's a layer of
youth.
petroleum on that.
Literally, why? Yes. The way we keep moisture locked into our faces helps keep the elasticity in our faces looking great. And then obviously melanin helps protect us from some of the harmfulness of the sun. Doesn't
Yeah.
protect us from UV rays, but it's still, it be keeping us
Morgan
locked
Freeman was
in.
born in 1937, Angel.
Bless his
He
goddamn
has
heart.
seen a lot of life.
Ooh, Jesus.
So he was,
37?
hold on, that's not right. He was born 1990, hold on, 19,
Kevin's 84.
no.
Minus.
I was trying to see how old he was in Shawshank. Shawshank was
Oh, that was a good
1994.
movie.
That's a classic.
Okay,
was a
1994
good movie
minus
right there.
1937.
Oh, I'm just gonna pull up his IMDb.
He was 57 in Shawshank?
That was wait a minute, he's 84. So you're saying that was 40 some years ago? I mean 30 some years ago?
94, yes. Josh is almost 30.
Wait a minute. You're saying he was 50 what?
He was born in 1937.
No, just tell me how old he was.
57. I'm double
Okay, so
checking
he was
my
almost
math.
60. He was almost 60. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't hear the 7. I was like, 50.
Dog, he was 57?
Jesus.
That also always gives me so much hope in my career.
That's
Because you be
true.
feeling like, because like Bernie Mac, when he did, I ain't scared of you, mother. He was 35.
He was not. He was 50.
I looked it up because
That's crazy.
he was 35 when he did.
crazy.
When they did Kings of Comedy, they were all 40s. He was
I don't
35.
understand.
I know.
That
I was
don't make
like,
no sense. I don't agree.
I don't agree.
I don't.
He was 50-something when he passed, Angel.
No.
He was.
No, Kevin.
Angel.
No.
Morgan Freeman did over 20 movies before Shawshank Redemption.
That's what I be saying.
Yeah, he been
Driving Miss
around.
Daisy is like the only one that I knew of.
No, he been around here for a minute.
Bernie Mac passed when he was
50. When he was 50.
50, Angel.
Jesus, I'm 9 years away from that. Less than 9 years. 8, 9.
I mean, Bernie first of all, Kings of Comedy, Melissa and I watched that in the theaters. That was my
Oh, that's when you said you wanted to do.
Bernie Mac set in that. Steve had a great set. Cedric was amazing. But Bernie, D.L. Hughley was in there. I like him as well, especially his crowd work. But Bernie Mac's set, the closest thing I've personally felt to laughing that hard was K-Dub's set at Keep Your Distance. To the point where I felt like I really need to take a second or I'm going to either pee or hyperventilate. Bernie Mac's whole story about his nephew, that whole thing, I know he couldn't do it again today. But at that time when he did it, I was like, how can people be this funny? Like Cat Williams in Pimp Chronicles, he had some great things like that. But anyway, the point I was trying to make is a lot of times I'd be like, oh man, me, Kevin, I cannot do what I want to do. But Steve Carell was like 43 when he booked The Office.
Yeah.
43. And he couldn't have been Michael Scott at 25.
No.
Not 35. You needed to be 43.
Yeah.
And look at Steve low-key, man, comedians or comedic actors, their drama stuff, when he played that movie where his son was a drug addict,
Bro, yeah.
this nigga Steve was out
Secret Life
here.
of Walter Mitty.
I ain't seen that.
That's a
Is
good
that the
one.
toy thing? He's like a...
No, he basically daydreams a lot, and he's like, I'm gonna go live my life right now. Long story.
Yes. What was he working at before in that
Time
movie?
magazine,
Nope.
something magazine.
I'm thinking of something else.
Okay.
But I heard that was really good.
It was good.
He's really good in the morning show too, and so is Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, he's ridiculous in the morning show.
But I'd be like, but
he's
then
a monster.
him and Tina Fey in Date Night is so funny.
Kill shot. It's kill shot.
By the
Was
way,
that Ben
actors
Stiller?
turn
I'm
rappers,
wrong. That was Ben
rappers
Stiller.
turn actors.
I got Ben Stiller mixed
Common.
up with
Common.
Steve Carell.
Okay. Common is a pretty solid actor. He does a lot of the same things.
He does these things.
But he's
almost
solid.
every time.
Oh, that's that typecast. Let me play y'all this one more thing.
He does the same thing
Let me play
all
you
the time.
this.
But I love
Walter
Common.
Mitty's still a good movie.
Love him.
Michael Kenneth Williams.
Love him.
My typecast. Did you see this, Angel?
Love him. No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Why are you doing this?
I don't know.
You are just
Giving him a different texture.
you are about as silly can be.
I work with you.
But you was already like this.
Kevin, you have Star Wars characters on your desk.
Okay, here we go. These are all four Michael Kenneth Williams.
You think I'm being typecast? I don't know. You think this cat is typecast? It's a cat, you know? Ain't got much choice. What if he moved to a new neighborhood? You know, hung out with the poodle crowd, did poodle things, you know, become a poodle. Still be a cat, you know? But what if he convinced himself that he was a poodle and everyone else that he was a poodle? Wouldn't that make him a poodle? That's a good point. I mean, weird as shit, but that's a good point. And this whole metaphor is bullshit, yo. You hear me? You think everybody don't got a role to play, huh? You think a white boy could have played Omar? You think you could play a president? I could. And I think we've seen the last black president for a while. I'm just saying. I think you're gonna always be playing some version of Mike. Gangster Mike, old-timer gangster Mike, southern gangster Mike. But I'm not a gangster. Everyone that knows me knows that. Self-denying gangster Mike. Look, I picked these roles. Me, I made this path for myself. Did you? Yeah, did you? Or did they choose you? You think we would be doing what we doing if we had a choice? Huh? Face it, man. Look, we from a certain type of people that come from a type of place that look a type of way. You know what that make us?
Black.
Typecast. If I were typecast, I'd be in jail or dead. But I'm here. I got out. Got myself out. You sure about that?
That man be acting. Joshy, I just DM'd you that so you can put it up on the television screen. Anyway, Jill Scott also is a good actress who's a singer first. Somebody mentioned that in the Patreon. But rest in peace, Michael Kenneth Williams. Rest in peace, comedian Fu. And, you know, just enjoy your life. That's why I was going to get, you know, sad. I'd be getting a little sad. Not sad, but I'd be hard on myself. Like, Kev, you got to do this and do that at a certain time. But lately, as I've been reflecting, I'm more been like, you are doing what you've dreamt of doing.
Yes.
And enjoy it. Because
Enjoy the pace.
Cool Runnings. Peace be the journey. Enjoy the pace.
Enjoy the pace.
Although it's very difficult, we'd be talking on tour. We'd be like, whew. Man, it's a lot. Angel doesn't like being on the tour, but we're enjoying
Really
the pace.
doesn't. And that was the most prevalent this weekend out of all of them.
I mean, I hate it. You know, I'll lean into it if y'all want me to. No,
As you should.
Baby Yoda, don't let her tell
I
you that.
do not dislike being on the tour. They're liars.
Oh, Anita. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, yes.
Anita Baker, good friend of the podcast.
Oh.
Yes.
Totally forgot about that. Thank you, Kat.
Oh, we didn't.
We didn't.
Thanks for bringing her up, Kev. That's a great timing and good opportunity to close the show
Wow.
out. with
Look at,
what
bless
Kev
the
wants to
Lord.
say.
Bless the Lord. The God is good, y'all.
All the time.
If you don't know, our good friend, Auntie Anita Baker, lifelong fans of her will be happy to know that after 30 some odd years, she has retained her masters, or her masters have been returned to her. The rights to owning them have been returned to her. Which is crazy that she was like, I outlived my contracts. It's such a dirty business. So please stream her music.
Stream away.
Buy her music. I'm going to buy me some vinyls of her music. Big friend of the pod. We love her. We love you.
Amen.
Patreon. Did we say when we're going to do the bonus?
No.
No.
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
Okay,
Most likely-
Patreon, we'll see you
most
again
likely Thursday.
later this week, most likely.
No. After.
We might as well do it at the other office since we'll be up there.
Okay. All right. We might be in a different spot.
It might be in the soundstage this week. We'll figure that out. But God
Yes,
bless you.
but yes,
God keep you.
Anita
God
Baker.
see you at
We
the
love-
conference.
We love
We
Anita
love
Baker.
her life and her life story
Bye.
so much.
Ah.
Do it right now.
Thank you.
Here's another banger for ya. Here's another one. Yeah. Here's another banger for ya. Here's another one. Yeah. Here's another banger for ya. Here's another banger for ya. With my boy Kev on stage and that chick Angel.